Welcome to a new video today. We're going to talk about transformations and a review of transformations. So first off, what is a transformation? You talked about the word transformation in 8th grade to start. And a transformation is really just any process that changes the position of a shape or figure. So a process that changes the position of a figure. And there are three main types of transformations we're going to talk about in this unit. The first thing that we're going to talk about is a translation. Another type of transformation is a reflection. And the last, or the third, I guess I should say, big one is a rotation. And these all have synonyms that are going to be useful when we talk about what they do to figures on our coordinate plane. So in terms of a translation, what we can think about when we think of translation is a slide. It's going to slide across our coordinate plane. A reflection is going to flip our figure. And lastly, a rotation is going to turn our figure. These types of transformations that I just listed above are considered rigid motions. Think about the word rigid, meaning like basically immovable, although these are moving across our grid. Properties of figures that are preserved during a rigid motion are below. I like to list them out as A, C, C, D, P. As we continue through, it's really easy to remember, only because, I don't know, I think we just do it a lot. But the first big one, a property that's preserved during a rigid motion, is angle measure. If you have an angle measuring 60 degrees, when you rotate that figure, that angle will still be 60 degrees. The next word is collinearity. Inside the word collinearity, you see the word collinear. Collinear meaning on the same line. So if I have 2 points on the same line, when I rotate, translate, or reflect my figure, they will still be on the same line. The next C stands for congruence. If I have a triangle and 2 sides of that triangle are congruent to one another, again, if it undergoes a rigid motion, those 2 sides will still be congruent. D stands for distance. The distance between points will stay the same if it undergoes a rigid motion. And the last one is parallelism, or the act of being parallel. So if 2 lines are parallel in a figure, when I rotate it, those 2 lines will still be parallel. Out of all of these 5, the 2 big ones that I need you to remember are that angle measure and distance are preserved during rigid motion.